Alright, hello. Today after the playtests, 30th of January, we are back at it. I've got a bunch of good feedback, I have to go over it again, but the general consensus and the pain points of the map are very clear in my mind. One of them is B site, little bit too big, and both of the bomb sites pretty much have the same sort of a gameplay. You start very far, and there's quite of a gap that you have to, the I guess the setup and the pacing of the bomb sites is very similar to each other. And that's definitely something that I want to change. I want the bomb sites to be very distinct from each other, and then also middle. That was one of the main things. It was kind of obvious that these are not going to be playing very well because like players want to move forward, they don't want to get stuck and go behind actually, or like go move backwards. So that's the first thing that I'm going to be addressing. I'm going to be mapping this time around, so you'll see me making these changes in real time. I'll be jumping in and out of the editor here, and one of the main things that I want to also touch upon is moving this entrance a little bit backward so that there's a little bit more space. I got some feedback that players are actually, it's very powerful that you can hear the enemy team crossing while the terrorists moving in here, and it's just like that plays a huge factor in how the players are moving around the A-bomb site. So although that can be a dynamic that could be played around, I want to make it less of a thing. So the ways that we're gonna alleviate these issues is that I'm gonna be moving this wall a little bit forward, and I'm gonna be moving this entrance backward. All the while, I'll be moving this stack of crates or barrels in here, so that there's an interesting gameplay around, like actually it's more of like a figure 8 that you have to go around. That change will give me more space back in here to design more of like a legitimate sniper's nest, with the pathing being, I can actually then have the space here and tie this heaven together with the indoor part, because now I'm not restricted with having such a little small area here. I'm gonna remove this door, and I guess we'll just move on from there. The first thing I want to do is make B site way smaller. Let's start with that. And also introducing the gameplay addition to B site. I'm super glad that this is this bomb site is like so simple to turn around, right? This is gonna change the gameplay quite a lot, actually, this small change here. Okay, that needs to get tweaked just a teeny tiny bit. I'll move this whole thing here forward. And also I need to still delete the clipping. Actually, I don't need to delete the clipping, I just need to edit. Guess I'll remove these here from as well. There we go. Also, I'm gonna redesign this area. I don't like it how it is right now. And probably this like back T entrance is gonna change just a teeny tiny bit. Let's move that. Oh, I forgot to actually have to move. I want the gap behind there. It's cool. Oh, heaven is in actually a kind of an annoying spot right now. Doesn't really matter like in which spot it's like it directly is. Doesn't really matter. You can still see it, just a little teeny tiny bit. Let's move this wall too. What if I move this closer? Would that help? Yeah, it does. Sure. Oh, you can still see the angle. Goddamn. Let me move these forward. I want to make the crack a little bit tighter, just like 16 by 16 units. Like that. And then also remove the railing from here. There we go. I'm actually kind of skeptic, like, do I even need the railing? Okay. Then, one of the major things I wanted to change is to flip this around. I bet if you're watching this video, you might not have seen the playtest feedback, and I'm gonna go over the change and why not keep it the way it was. Is there like... That might be actually a little bit too short. 288. Two 4. Okay. That looks clean. I want to compile while this is going. Right. So now the angles. Okay, I'll explain. So now that this is on this side, as a T, this makes a huge difference. You can push here, fight this, have an actual like cover in the way while you're peeking into main. So if CTs are peeking from here and defending like this, you know, they're gonna be met with a powerful T position, and they pretty much have to like retreat inside. So that just kind of helps with if T's get this area, now they have a strong position to move forward. Plus, it helps them to climb this and actually fight over heaven, right? And they can also see a little bit of crack, right? And they can nicer, like, even in a cooler way, they can like fight heaven from here. I briefly thought about this. Actually, like moving heaven entrance here, moving it like back here or something. And now that this would be closer, you could pretty much like have this heaven over here. But then that would be kind of like, I don't know, that would probably be a little bit too much of heaven action across the whole bomb site. But yeah. Next I'm gonna jump to work on mid. Yeah, the thing with the door, it was used a couple of times. Not enough in my mind that it's like that it's useful, and it didn't really help with retakes. I mean, it did help the CTs getting like here, but I think CTs like in a little bit of a redesign, in the need of a little bit of a redesign. I think I definitely can use this concept to help with retaking, like getting players into like positions like this. And I thought of making a little spot over here so that you can jump across and you can like retake from here. I think that's gonna help a lot. And then removing this spot because it's pretty annoying. I want this spot to still exist, but you have to like boost on top of this. This back box, I'm gonna turn it into a barrel, kind of a one and done barrel just over here. I still want there to be a little bit of cover, but not too much, because it changed retaking for A side quite a lot. Like this fight is incredibly annoying. There we go. All right, cool. See, the bomb site doesn't look any different, but it's just teeny tiny bit smaller. Ain't that cool? Ain't that so nice? My skins. Also helps with the timing. CT's gonna get here faster. But yeah, look at this. So it's way nicer now. And then as a CT, you can peek this, and then there's like a difference in peeking angles. So you don't have to be worrying about like heaven. You can defend this, so this is early terrorist control. And then here, you can peek heaven. And then down there. Actually might have to move it a little bit over here. It's a little bit more... It's obstructing, or like you have to peek too many positions at the same time. That ought to do it. Also, I'm gonna clip this while I'm at it. Let's use this box as a great measuring tool. There we go. Let's delete all the unnecessary faces from this clip. There we go. I could optimize it further. This is just pointless extra here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, but this is so much nicer now. You can have a position here as a CT. Actually have a rifle fight. And then you can check heaven from here. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Just like this is most probably gonna get smoked by the CTs defending. So you can actually get some heaven control from outside the. I could push this a little bit closer here too, so that you can actually see more of the crack. That this would be kind of like a native, like natural feeling position. What else? What else? T-spawn. I don't like T-spawn. I'm gonna make it feel more natural. Right now it's just a open courtyard. Feels very open. Feels very big. Although we like big T-spawns, but not like that. Okay, let's tackle mid. I think this area is pretty good right now. I want to remove this for now. I want to add it back, but not right now. I want to extend this here. I'm kind of mixed with removing this here. This door. I want to make it work, but definitely it's not working right now. Like, I don't know, like maybe opening up a donut here. That could be fun, but would it be too crazy with... I just imagine that you could play around this. Might be too cool, too crazy, too cuckoo. Let's start with making this thing smaller, so it's not in the way. Where's middle? It's right over here. We have a couple of meshes here that I need to kill. Cool. And then delete this one. That's that clip. I'll clip it again very soon. All right, here's the there's a little issue, but we're gonna fix that. We'll definitely fix it, but how do I do that? Maybe building looks kind of dumb that it's like this way. Like it's super short. We have the same roof over there, so I can delete this. It's fine. This is why we don't detail too early, kids. All right. That can stay as it is right now. I'll just add more parts if needed. right. Then I want to move the whole front of the building forward. It's actually kind of cool that you can, like, if I'm gonna keep like some sort of a slit there, you can throw nades. Alright, so the door is now closer, right? Maybe you don't have to move it that much closer. It's kind of overkill right now. Let's keep that open for now. I want to delete this just to see how it looks. And then move this back actually quite a bunch. What is this? The fuck is this? Oh. Bruh. The hell? It's a part of this somehow. Oh, no way. What the hell? Is it that? Yeah, it is. Interesting, interesting. Oh, no way, this one too. Oh, fuck. They should be aligned though, I can just slot them into place. Right. Funny thing that. Okay. Let's hide this for now. And then... yeah, there. I don't want to ruin the angles though. Like, there was a nice feeling that there was like actually space here. Maybe I could make it a little bit wider. Oh, that is actually exactly what I need to do. There you go. So that just so the ramp is a little bit smaller. It looks very tiny now, but there is still space there. Trust me. Let's remove these. The railing here. Yeah, I just want middle to play well. That's my main focus right now. So what happens if I move this here? Does it ruin everything and all you hold near and dear to your heart? Does it absolutely destroy the whole thing? And I probably want to actually mirror. Mirror the whole thing. Yes, and then this has the knock-on consequence Actually, the chimney. I have to move the chimney. Oh no. It's fine. Oh, would you look at that? And then we'll just move the height bar here. Right. Yeah, I want to give a little bit more space in here, just so players can actually have just a teeny tiny more of a like a little respite. Much like here, like this wall here does a lot. It just gives a couple of seconds for the players to like breathe around the area. Right, okay, time for the fence to go. I'm so sorry, fence, but you are fired. So let's move this light post a little bit. Like so. How would I make this jumpable? It's actually kind of a thinkable, as they say in Sweden. Don't actually think that that's that good to have. 88. Let's make it like 96 units. Doesn't really matter. Just like round numbers. Yeah, this will help with retaking. Not necessarily a spot for T's to play. More for CTs to like come and go around. This was actually used quite a lot, this spot over here, which is interesting. Let's remove the squeaky door right now. Don't need it anymore. Remove that. Oh, there's a sad hole in the wall. There we go. It's like nothing ever happened with this area. I mean, maybe I could could actually like move the entrance back down here. But then again, like then I'm taking away like one of the major points. I don't know. I should assess the problem that you can see through the whole thing. Let's add. What the fuck? It's all misaligned. Doesn't really matter, but it's interesting. There we go. Yeah, let's add like a solid wood wall here in between the barrels. There you go. Cool. I could do something very funny here. I could have this as the heaven to mid. Like there would be like a sniper's nest back there. That could be so cool though. Like if I had this down here, now B heaven would be just like you were able to snipe from here. That could actually be so cool. Just maybe. Just maybe. That could be so cool. Let's remove this. Just to clear out the area here. Just to yeah, you would be like coming out of the basement here. Coming out of the basement, and then you would be like underneath the heaven. Like I could add a ladder. You could have this fight from short, from the heaven. You could like drop down into the basement. Oh, for retaking the like so many possibilities. I don't know what to do with all this. All of this. Interesting. Let's remove this room here. I need a clear mind here. Let's make these straight, clean lines here. Let's just keep them there. Why not? I think these sorts of things should be like somewhere outside the map. Maybe on the roof. It's kind of funny spot. Doesn't matter, they're floating in the air. Cool. Yeah, there was this one massive thing that I wanted to do with moving this crate here, and also I need to move the whole mid like way that way. Probably add like a wall here so that like cities can go behind the wall. Could be interesting. Also that this box can be now used for both teams, so that's good. Smart. A little bit higher so that it gives more cover. I want to remove this. And it be gone. Okay, let's envision a basement of some sorts. Don't really like that it's like on the level. I don't know, I have to cut into this building here a little bit. Or this wall, but it's fine, that's just like an OCD thing. Disconnect all these. There we go. The reason I forget to like add buy zones later on is because I delete them. I get so tired of adding them back and whatnot. So just annoying. This is what I meant with the single barrel there. Cool. Let's remove this here. The manhole is fine to be there, but the whole fucking particle system is just annoying. Gets in the way. I need to push this. I'll assist the B site issue. Well, actually, fuck it. Why not do it right now? Why not do it right now? Yeah, the window was actually surprisingly fun. Okay, okay. Let's make a floor here, and I'm gonna compile. I want this area to be quite big, actually, the basement. I could make a staircase here. That it would come up from positions like this, and you would have a strong position against like here, where T's are actually kind of most of the time playing around. But yeah, you would have the longer route, and then the, you know, basement dweller route. That's me. Interesting. It's not even that big of a staircase, actually. God damn. And also for retaking, this is actually very good to make this change right now here. Just to make this part of the building a little bit lower. $128. Look at that. That's so beautiful. Lines up so nicely. Cool. Am I dumb? What am I doing? Come on. Yes. Yes. And this is simple. Very nice. I'll tweak around the position a little bit more, but for the most part, that's done. I might have to move this like that, and then move that a little bit back. I might actually have to remove this if this complicates too much. But that's fine by me. Okay, opens up the area quite nicely there. Gonna add a ceiling light there. Want these to line up. Oh, what the hell? Real quick. Let me show you a thing. Okay, here is a perfect example of a colored material and a material with no color. You might be, you know, connecting these sorts of things, like here and there up, and you'll be like, oh, what the fuck does it? Sometimes copy the, like, transfer the color and whatnot. Like, what is it based on, which color it chooses? Okay, so it bases the selection on the material that you select first. So if I select the edge on the yellow wall and then the white one, it will turn yellow. If I do it from this side, so select the white one and then the yellow, it will fill it like this way, you know, from left to right, and here it does from right to left. And that's very useful to understand. I learned it very recently. So there's that. Solid. What am I doing? Fucking hell. Let me just get a ceiling texture. That's fine. I think I need a little bit more space here. Is there the pipes texture? Pipes. There used to be this funny, like, dev texture that had, like, a bunch of pipes on the wall. Dev. Let's see what dev gives us. Actually, before I forget, I want to save. There we go. That's right, froze on me. Medina floor. These are very early dev textures. Sphere test. This is like a fully reflective texture. And there's also metalness test. Doesn't look like much in game right now, but trust me, it is cool. Black grid. Awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna compile. Gonna go have a or take a piss. You wouldn't know that. I'm gonna post a video. Haha. Be right back. Okay, here we are, continuing on. We have the basement entrance here. This is kind of actually a nice position here to play. Interesting. I've been thinking, like, should I add or move this? Actually, I should probably make it a little bit closer here. And make like the CT angle more prevalent, so that, like, this would be more of the fight, and then you get a cross, and now you can can fight these fights, and then there's like a reason to peek from here. Like this is very powerful position here, right? This actually feels very nice to play. Then I can probably move, actually make this a little bit curved so that it's like more this way, and then this crate would be like in the way right there. Cool that you can use the barrels there to bounce off. But yeah, I'm thinking of a ladder that's gonna connect up with heaven here. And I really want to test out the heaven idea, like having this sort of fight. I think that's so interesting. And I could have the CTs like drop from heaven. Like they could drop, I don't know, like maybe here. And then the retake would happen like so. And there would be just like this underpass. So many possibilities. Interesting. Because I don't necessarily like that these are like over each other. So I could move this to be here. That would be like very close to the original layout. Or even just mirroring the main. And then I could still have that in the way that you would like peek out from here and then here. And then heaven, like this heaven would be still in here, so that would be way different, and you wouldn't have the capacity or like the ability to like drop and drop from there. It's also kind of interesting having this heaven here, and then having another heaven. I don't know if it's not necessarily. It didn't prove to be too much in here. Like there's good elevation on this side, but not that much elevation on this side. Or this site, so to speak. Let me move my notebook away. And let's remove this position here. This is very nice to play, but kind of annoying. I agree with the feedback. This was my bad that the bomb side moved. That's in the back. Cool. Check out this box here. Isn't this like way nicer scale wise now? You're able to smoke this off as a T. Very cool. This might be a little bit too open though for retaking. Might just make that there. One of my favorite angles from the map is still in the map. That's good to know. It's so important to still exist. I'll just keep this here. Pop. Yeah, no. Let's remove all this. Mm-hmm. I kind of want to make this like super high. Let's remove the ceiling from here now. For now, that is. Yeah, but wouldn't that be so cool? Let's check the middle angles. And also, like, these are on the same level. Why was there a dip? I don't know, some sort of oversight, I guess. There we go. What happened there? I think I flipped the whole thing around. I'll probably move this forward. This door, people said that they want it gone. Let's move the rotation point there and just rotate it that way. And then I'll know how much I need to make that smaller, right? There you go. Out of mind. Although do I like it? No, don't like it. Let's keep it like that. It's kind of fun. Why not? It's not hurting anybody. Let's remove the roof detailing here. Looks like unplayable area here. I might just do this sort of treatment to the whole thing, just like blocking this off like that. Kind of want to do that right now, actually. Yeah. It's not as pretty anymore, but it's fine. There's a slight angle past the whole thing. It's fine though. Why didn't I just do this? Oh my god. I think one of the main things I got amazing feedback on this is the lack of like prevalent terrorist controlled angles. Like for example, like this short angle here. Like you weren't really able to hold it that well, and it doesn't really give you anything, right? So if I open it up so that like you can see, for example, like this past area, this back area here. That will mean that terrorists can control one of the main CT like rotation points in the map. That's gonna be interesting. Or like just they can see straight ahead in the middle if CTs like push this, and it's gonna be way more dynamic that way. Just opening up a couple of these positions, and also with making short simpler, I can move the B-bomb site further closer to the rest of the map and less, you know, it's gonna make this area feel nicer. Just map making is so interesting because like when you have an idea for how an area is like flowing together, or an idea and an inspiration, then you'll make like the baby version of the thing, and you have the pieces. You just have to find the right orientation. It's like a puzzle, and it's I've always thought that like I don't necessarily like puzzles, but the more I do mapping, the more I realize that it is like a very obscure puzzle sort of thing. Oh yeah, this is gonna be actually very nice, like holding from back here. Let's swap these around. And then move this more. Great. I think I'll be able to just take this here. that's super long. Hmm. It's also interesting concept, like when you make something and then you delete a bunch of the existing things and you just see the dregs of what used to be. It's interesting. This back T area is super big now. Let's move this whole thing a little bit that way. Rightio. Look at it go. Cool. Yeah. The word that I would use for like this version of mid is like low key. You know? Low key mid. Now that this is here, I might actually make that like a self boost jumpable fun position here. I think that's gonna be kind of a cool spot there. You can jump there and just get a spot or like a pick and then jump back. Look at this. So satisfying. Nice. I just closed it. Thank God it saves automatically. Scary. Right. I hope you're satisfied with you, the watcher. You're satisfied with me just babbling on and no in-game audio. I'm listening to music at the same time. Some source radio in the background, right? Don't want to get copyright claimed. Right, now there's a cool spot. Potential for a cool spot down here. I'll just add some snow to block off the spot or the under. Let's just do it like that. There we go. This is kind of interesting to have, but it's not what I want. What should I block it with? I like the idea that you can throw utility over it and through there. I think that's kind of cool. I could make it wider. I think this calls for a wall bang. I think indeed. Fence. Let's have one of these. That's a super small one. That's very small. 64. Yes, sir. Let's make it like 160 tall. And then let's make sure that it's not solid. Yes, it's not solid. Some wood. You can definitely... Nah, let's just remove the... That's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay, so mid is still as wide as it used to be. That's okay. I should add a box here, or like a barrel or something. That is what Krynor pointed out, that could... Let's move this whole thing back just a teeny tiny bit. I need to add a wall here. It's kind of cool how the amount of walls has decreased over the versions. Oh, that's kind of fucking awful. That is kind of fucking awful. Maybe I'll... Nah, I'll change it later. It's fine for now. Let's move that closer. The reason why these are here, they originally did block the angle. And yeah. It's kind of cool that you can see all the way there. But this sideline I have to block somehow. I'll remove these details. Actually, I'll keep them. Keep them for now. Okay, let's compile. If anything, I could spin this a little bit so that it's like more this way. Yeah, the barrel is actually just a little something to give cover here, or to alter this this angle. Pop, pop. I could make it so that you can like jump from here on top of these crates. But yeah. Okay, hour 21 minutes of recording. Cracking my fingers. This area feels so open without the fence, even though like nothing changed really. I moved these back just a teeny tiny bit. But that's about it. I think one of the bigger things that B site is lacking, it doesn't have like a strong strong position like this backside here. Definitely want to make one of those positions. But yeah, the composition of B-side is gonna change just slightly. Like, the entrance is gonna be here. I'm gonna mess around with this area. Heaven is gonna be here or something. Yeah, this is gonna be so interesting. Maybe Heaven, like, so that you can like play here, and then the T's go past, and they can like smoke you off. And if it's really like, if this is too complex, I might take away this Heaven, and that will definitely make B-side simpler. Yeah, I think that's gonna. That might be just like if Heaven was just like one spot, and then there would be like from sight there would be like stairs leading up to it. Yeah. I'll see how it goes. I do like this whole movement, but it's just like a little little cock hole. Okay. The guys on the roof. Cool. Let's see how this feels. My goal is to get the T-spawn like so that the map is paced perfectly, so that I can have the T-spawn like here, and you don't have to take the descend down anymore. How does this feel? Oh, this feels way better. Just this one smoke will give you so much. These things are so obvious when you know what you're doing, like after making the change and just feeling how good it feels. Yeah, goddamn. Okay. This is way better now. It's like a CT spot here. It's gonna be fun to play around. I might have to make this a little bit larger. This might actually be good that this is open like that. But I don't like that this sideline is open. Like, imagine there being Heaven here. Although it might actually be better that it's still like exists back here. I think it's just too much if Heaven is like down. You can see from there. Yeah. But yeah, I might tweak it so that like you can actually like have an angle like this. And for retaking, like you can like come up the ladder, like pop, and then you can decide if you want to go in or if you want to come out here and challenge this. And then I have to make a little bit more space here that you can like actually like first fight this and then that, and then Heaven here, you know. You can go across. Although cities kind of will be flanking then, you know, they will be flanking you then, but we'll see. I think it'll work. Okay. Yeah, there's no reason for this back area to be this big. Let's remove these. These are just kind of hindering everything right now. Actually, the mid entrance is actually probably gonna be like sorry, past the B entrance over here. I don't want them to be like directly like this on the same plane. Don't like that. Let's move these. I can just block the sideline also. Let's remove these. I wanna keep them simple to edit. It's a disgusting yellow. Ugh. Might have to push this actually a little bit, like add something here, and then push this way more up close. A little artificial light there, and this angle. Little cubby there. Whoa. Dragged the wrong thing. There we go. Cool. That does fuck up the sideline though. You can't... I don't know. It might not be actually that important. So that's fine. How would we create space here? Ooh, I could add like one of these. Actually, like make them way larger, like that, and then that would be in the way, like so. And then there would be like heaven behind it. What a lovely color, look at that. Yeah, what if I remove the heaven? I mean, then again, like, it kind of takes away the design of this though, but you know, you gotta have radical ideas. Look at that. You know what is wild? Specifically you, who's watching. I'm thinking of moving crack back here. That would separate the area from being so tied there. And that would kind of like let me have a little bit more of a courtyard here. I don't think I like having that sideline open there. Alright, let's place down just a box just to see the geometry here. Damn, my arm is itchy. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Let's build the map. Meanwhile, let's run around in the level. Oh, kind of cool. You can see back there from on top of the box. That's kind of cool, right? Yeah, now as a solo CT, you can like kind of push closer. You can do a lot with a one smoke. That's cool. I might have to push this way more here. Might add a third container in between. Maybe even a building, actually, right at this point. At this point. And it's fun, like, how these sorts of, like, things, you know, if a building is better here, I might just use this idea, like, over here. Why not? It is the container side of the map, you know. I don't like necessarily spamming containers, like, everywhere. Okay. Ladder here. Yeet. We're up in heaven. And I guess, like, here I could keep the same snow pile, or just have stairs up heaven. Like I mentioned. That's a powerful nade. There we go. That's the compile done. Gotta fix that. Kind of interesting though that, like, if I move this way more like here, again, like, you're not peeking into like here mid at all, which then again, like, smoking this as CT, you can push and like actually fight this, get control of this area. And now you can even though this is 64 units, it's not a headshot angle. Yeah, you cannot, there's no way that you can see over it, and then you can jump. Maybe that should be a boost, actually. Should keep it like that. This is very powerful here. Funny though. Yes, indeed. Maybe I'll move this a little bit there. Although, like, I don't know. This has been one of the pain points of like player feedback. Like, I've always gotten feedback that this is like too busy. Like, you have that, this, here, that. Like, there's many angles down CT. I want to take one of them away, and like, I'm thinking that this has to go somehow. It could be kind of fun, like keeping it super simple and adding one of those crates that you can like go through. I think that could be like super fun. And then CT being smoked like that, you know. There's always a way through, but that's gonna be like, you're gonna be wallbanged. That could be kind of fun. Could be actually really fun. And then you could have like, I would remove this angle and the angle from that side. But yeah, you could smoke this. Hold on. Excuse me. Right. So, continuing. How the door is open now? You could open up this side too. I think that could be so much fun though. I would probably have to remove this too. Like, I wanna use this concept somewhere else. Just don't know where. I do have the slit down here. No one used this for flashbanging. You can, the flash is gonna pop like here. Do these doors have a back face? They don't. I think there's a model that does have a back face there. It's kind of cool nade though. And you can you can actually use this to smoke, and then you can like clear this. Oh shit! That didn't go through, but yeah, you can definitely pop a smoke through the back, and then take this whole area under control. It's interesting. I mean, you could throw the smoke like you know, above the sky, over the building, like over the crates. What else? Yeah, I like mid a lot now. Maybe. Okay, don't want this angle. Come out from here. The thing with these being on top of each other is actually kind of important. That that you don't see what's going underneath you down here. This is very important though. But then again, like, I guess for retaking, it is way better that you can like have this fight. You can have this fight then, and you can drop down from here. Like, imagine you being able to see there. And then, you know, later on, players get a little bit better at the map. Whatnot, like, this heaven is gonna get smoked. And then you can just go past. Oh, interesting. Let me make the city heaven. How far do I have to go? Let's copy this here. I have potentially this much of space to work with here. And then, like, I think it's kind of like this area here, this kind of redundant. Don't have to have it. All right, just to throw some ideas around. Would this be terrible? If heaven was here, and you could see yes, that would be kind of bad. Let's remove. What else? What else do I have to delete? Delete. Maybe I'll keep it like 144. Yeah. Yeah, I think this, like, okay. Like, this will pacify a lot of the, like, just dropping on someone's head type of situation that we have going on. Weird looking squiggly. There we go. And I would be taking this sideline away from heaven. That wouldn't exist anymore. Right. And then this heaven here is gonna move way back. Yeah, I'll have to twist some stuff around, but I think it'll work. Like this sideline, I don't think it cannot be a thing. It's kind of nasty. Nasty. What is this? What the fuck? Gonna have a staircase here, or just have this heaven? Or maybe not like that, but I could add a staircase that just maybe no, feels annoying. It has to be a simple solution here. And then have the ladder here. So very weirdly cut into the building, but ooh, you know. I don't like it at all how that's... There has to be a simple solution here. It's just like just a straight line maybe. Yeah, there's gotta be. Alright, this is called cathartic mapmaking, where just burn everything down. Cleansing fire. Right. Let's actually make this. Cool. How wide is this? 144. And then that would lead straight to heaven here. And I can add these giant canisters. Mm-hmm. I might make this into the hut and just figure out like a better CT retaking spot backside. Because I like that this is like a kind of a tucked away position, and that would also fix the sideline issues that I have. Like it, and then like after all these like long positions, you will just like end up in a little cubby. I think that's kind of cute. It's kind of fun. Let's add these with snow and fill. Why does it scale so weirdly? Don't know. I think there is a better solution for this area, but for now, we'll just go with what we have. It is what it is. Maybe I'll cut this in half and add the ladder to the... Fuck. And this would be the spot for the ladder here. Do I have a ladder in the map? No. Right. Block, right. What am I doing? I could make this like so, that it would be like kind of a more interesting shape. Although angular ladders might actually be kind of annoying. Oh yeah. Let's delete this corner here. Nice triangle. Yeah, okay. I want to test out if the angled ladder, 45-degree ladder works. And what I mean with works is that Counter-Strike's hitboxes on the players are still just like a box, aren't they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Where do you have a prop? Closest prop, here we have. There you go. Very long ladder. I like ladders in Counter-Strike. Some people hate them. that's okay. Although now that this is here, I don't think I need the... Thought I would need the cutaway. No, let's keep those. This loop. Right. Cool. I think it's time for me to move this, actually. Let's just extend the building, like, over there, just to make this a little bit cleaner. I want to move this monstrosity somewhere else. Let's move it outside the map for now. Okay. Okay. Interesting having the heaven here so open to CT spawn. All right, now we have a bunch of dead space here. What will I do with it? I could add a huge window here. Sort of wall banging. Nah. some sort of a roof thing with the pile of snow. I'm also thinking like, you know, it is a paint factory. I could add like crazy, like I could move heaven to be pretty much like this. You know, that there would be a bridge there. That could be kind of cool. All right. This is obviously going to be blocked. Let me just add a wall. Okay, one more compile. Did not add the way to climb up here. I want to like make this same sort of thing. Probably I'll just put it here, something. What else? Yeah, I love how simple mid is now. After seeing the whole mess that was the playtest yesterday. Alright, after this playtest, I mean, oh, holy shit. After the compile is done, I'm gonna end the video. I've been recording for 2 hours, 17 minutes. That's plenty enough of content for you little munchkins. But yeah, now the peak from back CT is going to be pretty much like here. So it's not, you know, you're not exposing yourself there. You're exposing yourself to this lane. So it's not, like also playing sight is not that dreadful. You're exposed here, but not here. Cool. The ladder will be up here. What the fuck? I landed. No way. The smoke is inside of the one of these like little slits. How in the fuck did I manage that? Like that, I guess. What the hell? Never seen that before. It's so funny. Interesting. There's a harder decision for me, like if I want to clip the hole so that this is like just smooth, or do I want to keep them open like that, so that you can like bounce the nades off of the rounded parts of the barrels, you know. That's a thing to look forward to. Okay. I don't like this still. Didn't change it enough. I need to add a light there. It's very dark. Yeah, heaven's right there now. Do you get bounced off weirdly? No, I think it's... Yeah, no, that's completely alright. Yeah, I don't mind how this is laid out. Not the cleanest shit ever, but... You know what? That's okay. Could make like a pile of snow in the corner that you can slide down on. I need to compile viz for once. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just thinking aloud. I mean, thinking quietly in my mind, rather. Yeah, turning this back spot into a hut. I think that's gonna be the play. I think that's what I want to do, what I'm gonna go for. Let's add a wall. I mean, not a wall, a light. Like so. Okay. I don't think it would be that bad if this changed to be here completely, like hidden from here. That would just mean that like fighting this would be actually nicer now again. You wouldn't have to be like hugging this wall, or pushing out rather, like that. Oh, this boost is kind of cool. Like you can see over that. Interesting. That would mean that mid is like more this way centric. Also a cool sideline. Oh, actually very cool. Actually super cool. Yeet. What? Yeah, heaven would be here, like it already is. And also no more headshot angle. Like now that the gonna make the little roof part over here. Then I can make one of these be here in the corner. So there's a little bit more negative space. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll work on that later. Actually, it doesn't matter. Let's cut that way. There we go. Then I could just fill this whole corner here with snow. That wasn't working out. This is gonna move to the middle of this so that there's a little bit more space to play around. Right. think I can extend this way more, so you can actually get some use out of the stairs. Possibly. How cool would it be just to like remove the wall, break down the wall? Maybe. Maybe if I figure out the container thing and clean up a bunch of that. All right. Did I compile this? All right, one more compile for the video. Here we are. All right, let's see how this feels. Yeah, this is way nicer. I'm gonna have to make something here that you don't get this peak. This would be the initial bomb site peak. Yeah, this just feels so much nicer. Look how small short is. Oh no. Or not short, slope, I guess. Ramp. Oh, it's not attached to the ground. No. Interesting. Curious. The whole thing was floating a little bit, right? Not anymore. That's not possible. It's nice pushing this building like so much closer here, because then I can, you know, make it slimmer and you know, because the mid moves forward, then I can also move the T-spawn forward. Hence, the map gets smaller. Nice, very good. Yeah, it's nice and visible there. I like that there's a position here that you have to be aware of. Alright. I'm gonna take this away. That, like, this should cut like that. I don't think that's good to have this sort of can't be spot there. Let's actually remove it right now. That's the final thing I'll do in this video, dear viewer. Oh, would it be so perfect? No. Of course not. Wouldn't that be just perfect? Let's see. Yeah, it does go over there. Okay. Cool. I have some space here that I can use for whatevs. Yeah, I like this now. I like it. It's more like it's more directed. More directed, right? And if anything, it's also like this sort of thing I can, like, I think Murph gave me the feedback. I think he even drew it out. Hold on, where's playtest feedback? Oh, okay, it was way different than I thought. Right, let me show you guys this feedback. Murph drew me some feedback. Yeah, it's interesting what like ideas the players actually come up with, of like keeping this. He made the heaven just like this little thing here, a box, a ramp. Although this is simple, but I don't I don't like the map to be that simple. Like, this is just a little bit too little. The heaven thing I like it being like that simple. This is a good idea, but I think it's super boring. But you know, you have to listen to feedback like this, because it's like it's streamlining so much of the map, and like how it intuitively needs to feel like, you know. It's not, the feedback is not that like, oh, you should make it 100% like this, you know. No, it's more like how, yeah, exactly how intuitively it should feel. And yeah, I appreciate that sort of feedback. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video there. I've been working hard at this. I'm gonna go bang my head against the wall or something. I'm gonna figure this out. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the playtest video. That will be up by now, 100%. And this video will probably reach you on Sunday. Okay, take care, guys. Bye bye.